What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mr. Albert Lopez channel. My name is Albert Lopez, and you are in the segment that I call Entrepreneur Dad. I am your Entrepreneur Dad, and we come in here and we talk about entrepreneurship within the family, whether you're the entrepreneur dad, mom, teenager, kid, son, daughter, neighbor, grandparent, dog, whatever role, yes, I said dog, whatever role you play as an entrepreneur in your family to educate others about what it is that you do, or inspire others, motivate others, better said, to do what you do or understand what it is that you do so they know what game you're playing. That's more for the kids. You know, a lot of the times kids want to become or are bit by the hustle bug, the entrepreneur bug, but they look around them and there is no entrepreneurship in their family, so they're rerouting the tradition or the norm in their circle, in their dugout, in their family, so they could come off as weird or different. And that's an environment that I came from. However, you also have the other side of the spectrum where you could be the entrepreneur parent, the entrepreneur adult, and you want to inspire the youngsters, that let them know that this is an option, and then you could pay attention and see if they have the traits to be an entrepreneur, and you could inspire them also to possibly be an entrepreneur, or at least have them get bit by the entrepreneur bug and see if they enjoy it and they like it and they get that drive, and those special elements inside them churn on, and that's kind of our job, I think, as the entrepreneur dads, as the entrepreneur moms, as the older people, when we have youngsters in our group. Anyways, that's the intro. That's what this is about here in this channel, in this segment, this series called Entrepreneur Dad. Welcome, thank you for clicking, and today we're going to dive into a topic called how to find. It's a big umbrella, and I'm going to narrow it down to something a little bit more precise, but we're going to call it how to find work-life balance. Let me start that again. How to find work-life balance as a teenage entrepreneur, as a kid entrepreneur, as an adult entrepreneur. You want to find a balance. Now, narrowing that down as a sub point is how not to get obsessed with your new toy. Let me explain. When you start something new, most of the stuff that I spit on here is out of experience. Some of the stuff that is recent, some of the stuff is way in the past, some of the stuff my peers around me, and we kind of work through it. So one of the things that could happen, and you got to beware, is the newness of things can get you, and you got to be careful with that. You have, health, wealth, love, and happiness. You have your 4 pillars of life. You hear me talk about that a lot here on this channel. I live by those. I learned those many moons ago. But however, since I was a child, I always got, and I think this is true with everybody, or at least the majority of folks, that when you get something new, you got to deal. This is really bright. Sorry about that. You got to deal with the newness of things sometimes. Hang on, let me adjust something real quick. There you go. I think it's a red shirt. Doesn't look red, but make sure not to wear red no more. So, like I was saying, the newness of things sometimes will get you. When you get something new, like a toy or a new car or a new pet or a new. I remember once, my dad bought not me, but bought the family, our very first weed whacker. Oh my gosh, it was the new thing, right? And I was obsessed. I wanted to do the edges every day. I was weed whacking everything. I wanted to I would say, forget the lawnmower, let's just weed whack the whole thing. I was obsessed because it was something so new and so gadgety, and I was into that kind of stuff. For years, I was doing the edges with scissors, these big scissors, and then small scissors, and whatever scissors I could find, I'd get tired of doing this, I'd get this, and then I'd get numb here, so then I'd go back to these. Back then we had a big yard. Once we got that weed whacker, I was obsessed with the newness of it. I remember clearly saying, I'm gonna do the edges every day. Does this work in the rain? Was one of my questions. Let's go. This is it. This is the newness of things, and I look back and I see that that's just it's common. It's common to have something new and you want to use it a lot. You get your new video console, your video game console, the Nintendo. the original Nintendo, right? That was just like, it was, I never had one, but the kid down the street did, and I was out there as many times as I was allowed to go, and I was obsessed because it was new. I got a new skateboard. That's all I wanted to do, the newness. When you start a business, when you start your new baby, your new business, especially when you're starting it from scratch, from zero, non-existent, you come up with the name, you come up with the concept. I could do this, I could sell this, whether it's a service or a product or whatever it is that you're selling. You could, it's very easy because you're passionate about it, which you should be, and hours go by like minutes. Like, I can't believe it's dark and it's June, the days are long. You started at 6 a.m. and you still say, I can't believe it's dark, I didn't get to finish, when you were at it all day. You barely ate, you haven't shaved, you know, your eyes look tired, but you're still like fresh as if it was in the morning. You could get caught up in that obsession could, with like an obsession. I'm all over obsession. Obsession is good, but you need to be obsessed on all four pillars. You need to be obsessed with your health. You need to be obsessed with your wealth. You need to be obsessed with your love, with your family, with the relationship with yourself, spirituality. You need to be obsessed with all of them. You can't just grab one, because then the other three will go down. The other three will suffer. Day one, no. Week one, no. Month one, if you're not paying attention or you play stupid like this, you may think that even in the month, you haven't noticed anything, everything's still fine. Within the year, guaranteed, you're going to get the results of your recipe, whatever it is that you're using. If you're obsessed, if you overdo it on one of those pillars. Now, we're talking specifically today about getting obsessed over your new business, your new venture. You are going to start seeing the results of some of the other pillars suffering. If you, like I said, if you play dumb and you don't pay attention and you turn off the awareness to the other ones, you probably won't notice till about 6 or 8 months is when you're going to start noticing something going on. Now, I'm going to direct this message to both the entrepreneur youth, the entrepreneur kids and teens, and adults. And I'm going to give you the 3 scenarios of what could happen. It's pretty simple, and I think you could probably figure it out. If this isn't your first rodeo, you definitely know what I'm talking about. As you get older, you blow out some birthday candles, you get a little bit more mature, you understand that the next business and the next business you're aware and you're careful not to overdo it, in the sense where you're neglecting your other pillars, and you're obsessed with one, but you're obsessed with all of them. And that brings the balance, right? And with the adults, what could happen if you're an entrepreneur, dad, mom, any kind of an adult, you'll start neglecting your health. You start maybe not going on doing cardio at all, not going to the gym, not doing the push-ups that you normally do, not doing the sit-ups, the side bends, whatever exercise that you've already put in your routine, you'll stop doing it because it's easy to stop. Again, the newness of the toy. Don't do that for a month. Let me know how that goes. Keeping in the health part of things. Are you going to give yourself 2 hours to go meal prep something delicious and healthy? Go steam some rice, get some vegetables, turn on the grill out some chicken if that's your thing, grill some vegetables? No, it's going to be quick to go grab a bag of chips, some delicious salsa. My mouth was watering because that's one of my go-tos. It's delicious. Are you going to go grab some fast food? Every now and again, I'm good. Do that for a month. Now you're minusing the exercise you're doing. Now you're minusing intaking good food. But you're so obsessed with your business. But now you're not feeling good. You can't deny the fact that you won't function the same. You're going to be a little bit more groggy, a little bit more cranky. You're going to have the same type of energy. You're going to get tired sooner, and you're not going to be able to sleep well, so you're going to wake up a little bit groggier. Your skin's not going to look right, and you're going to play dumb. You're not going to pay attention. You're going to notice it. But if you watch this video and you keep your awareness up, you're going to see how it affects you. You're going to start noticing just a little droopier, a little not the same as you were when you started. The longer you do it, the more this is going to affect you. Now you're going to have time off in when you would normally have in the evening to hang out with your loved ones, your significant other, your kids, your garden, your dog, yourself, going out for a walk, going out to walk at the stores, going out to maybe accompany whoever does the grocery shopping in your house. You go with them. You're going to miss out on all those things. now you're going to create some sort of neglect there where you're not taking care of or spending the time with the people who want to spend time with you. Selfishly, you want to spend time with them, but you're so obsessed over here that you're willing to sacrifice that. However, there's another love to that to that love relationship. There's another side to it. So now the other side's suffering. Now those loved ones don't get to hang around with their loved one, which is you, because you're neglecting them. Do that for a month, 6 months, 8 months. Let me know how that works. It's gonna get affected, and probably not in a good way. Now, same with your dog. You're gonna neglect your dog. That's the perfect example of unconditional love. Your dog, he or she is gonna be there when you're ready. But is it fair to that furry friend that loves you with unconditional love? The perfect example of unconditional love. You're going to neglect it. You're going to love me anyway, so let me ignore you for a month, 2, 6. But if something were to happen and I need a furry friend to hug or listen to me, I know you're going to be there. Is it fair to your pooch to neglect it like that? Then maybe you shouldn't have become a dog owner if you weren't going to be able to spend the time with your dog, the time that it... In that case, yeah, they earned it. Because of the unconditional love, they earned your attention. And it's your duty and responsibility to 10x them as well as your family, as well as your health. But there, it's a little different. That holds a special place in my heart because dogs are unconditional love and you shouldn't neglect them. Now, if you normally spend 10, 15 minutes, 60 minutes, an hour and a half with them every day, and all of a sudden you don't, something's going to happen. They may not notice it. They may still love you and wag their tail and love you to pieces whenever they do kind of see you or if they're sitting next to you. But if you normally would take them to a walk, I bet you any money it will affect you. Because down the way, when everything kind of settles in, you're going to look back and say, man, I've been ignoring you. And you're going to get a little lump in the throat and you're going to feel a certain kind of way. I know that for a fact. So there's a part as an adult. That's what could happen when you neglect these things, and like I said, it will give you a result. Now you may be doing leaps and bounds in your business, and starting it from nothing. You're doing all the paperwork, you're doing the website, the Instagrams, all the socials, putting videos up, doing this, but you're ignoring everything else. That's going to give you a result. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm about 10x everything. Now, if you tell yourself, okay, for the next 2 days, 3 days, or 1 day out of the week, or next month, because of some sort of, I'm jammed in the corner, I have to do this for the next 6 months, I'm going to have to do this. But you do it with the high level of awareness, and you let everyone know, look, fam, for the next year, I got to do this because I just have to do it. Give them a quick explanation on what the reason is. It's going to be this way for the next 12 months, for the next, year and a half, whatever you kind of, you could say a year, and then we'll revisit it in the year, and then we'll kind of restructure then. The dog's not going to understand what you're saying, but you saying it out loud to the dog will kind of get you an understanding and a commitment that you're going to connect with that dog in a year and say, hey, we're going to go back to normal schedule, or at least revisit the schedule in a year. You, to your health. That one I would even say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to go to the gym, but I'm going to do cardio at home for a year. If you're in that tight of a spot where you have to start this or you have to get obsessed with this because it's just one of those time restraint things, or your back is up against the wall and you have to do it. The thing is to have awareness. Even if you were to get in a situation where you have to take care of something, you don't just do it without bringing awareness up and knowing that you're gonna have to make some major adjustments. But by this day, we'll revisit and see if I need a little bit more time or I'm good to go. If for some reason or another I get to where I need to get to in half the time, believe me, I will let you know. You can't just in an ignorant way start doing it and go into it, and then little by little start ignoring all the other pillars, and then before you know it, you may have made a lot of progress on your new toy, on your new business, but everything else is going to need some major hurry-upness to catch up, and you're going to be behind. Then the one that you got really high is going to start suffering because you're going to be paying attention to these 3 pillars because you've noticed, oh my gosh, there's some serious trouble here, and now it's going to be a big mess. It's not going to be as fun. You want to push all 4 pillars up at the same time and make sure you're 10xing all 4 of them. You might want to put a little bit extra something on that new toy. I get it, the new weed whacker, I understand, but not on forever. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do it in portions or measurable to where everyone's aware, especially you, on how much time you're spending there, and you're not spreading yourself thin to all the other ones. As far as the entrepreneur kids, if they're youngsters, you got to pay attention, watch them, make sure they don't get too obsessed. And you can't just say, hey, that's enough of that. If they're like youngsters and they're taking on your notice that they got bit by the bug, and they're obsessed with their new business and the new thing that they're doing. From the get, you got to let them know, okay, but we could only work these many hours a day or this much time today. And because once you start, it's momentum, and as kids, we're nonstop. We just want to go. Don't tell me that I got to come in already. We're just getting started 6 hours later of playing with my friends. It's time to come in. Oh man, knowing that you've been out there for 8 hours, and what do you mean? Oh man, you know, you're all sweaty and dusty and dirty and you still want to go. But if you let them know beforehand, you're still going to get the aw man, but at least they start getting this understanding that there's a beginning and there's an end. There's a time slot that we have to do it. When time progresses, you're building that equity, you're building that understanding with them that they knew you. They will know that you knew that you were doing something good for them, in the sense of bracketing things in time slots so they don't get overwhelmed and neglect all their other responsibilities, all their other three pillars as well. With the teenagers, you know, it's a different thing. They're going through their cocoon. They're in the middle. They're not quite young adults yet, but they're not baby heads no more. They're big kids. But what will happen there, guys, this goes out to you, my entrepreneur teens out there. If you get obsessed with one thing, it's the same thing as us adults. You're going to start losing the other four pillars. You're not going to be exercising. You're not going to be spending times with family and friends, which are extremely important and easy to neglect because they love us so much. You get so caught up in your new business, you want to make them proud. But you know what? You later on, when you look around, they're all going to get busy with other stuff. The clock doesn't stop. They're going to blow out birthday candles. You're going to blow out birthday candles. The time's going to go by. Next thing you know, you're going to look around and like, oh damn, the time went. The time went. Where's my friends? Oh, they got busy with their growing families, with their new friends. Where's my family? Oh shoot, they got their own families. Crickets. Because all they knew you for, because you were obsessed with your business, right? So if you get 10x on your business and get 10x on your health, love, and happiness as well, that means that they know what you're into and they respect that. But they also respect you because you're spending time with them. Your body's going to respect you because you're spending time with it. You're getting outside. You're doing exercise. You're doing meditation. You're doing what it is that you figure out that makes you tick. You're taking care of your body. You're taking care of your friends. You're taking care of your spirituality, and you're also taking care of your business. If you 10x all of them and find out if not saying that you are, but if you're wasting any time somewhere, let's get rid of that. And then we can focus that little bit of time, spread it in between all four, amongst all four, or even a little bit more, like I said, to the fellow adults, spread a little bit extra on the business pillar, but also give everything else to everything else, because time will go by. You won't be a teenager forever, and the last thing you want to do is, like I said, get to where you want to get to and then look around and everyone's doing their thing and you've lost connection because you didn't take care of the other three pillars. You were so focused on one. That's just a quick little something on all of them. If this gets some traction, we could get more into it. If anybody whoever clicked on this video and watched it, and you have any questions or you want me to dive in a little bit deeper into any of the whether it was the kid, the teens, the adults, please let me know. I'll be happy to make a longer video, or another video I should say, in regards to just that specific topic. Just wanted to touch a little bit on the like I said, how to find your work-life balance as a teenage entrepreneur, as a kid entrepreneur, and as an adult entrepreneur, for this series called Entrepreneur Dad. I hope you found some value in this video. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for clicking on the video. And if you got to this point, thanks for watching everything before this point. Make it a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.